second. And what is up, everybody? This is Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a very awesome video. I'm a huge Fallout fan. If no one on this channel really realizes that, over the years I've done several videos basically talking about like the possibility of like what a new Fallout would be, wishing for like another New Vegas and all this other kind of stuff. And what you can see by the title of the video is Fallout Remastered and Fallout New Vegas 2. They have been discussed. I just got done watching a video that there's a huge YouTuber, Mr. Matty, plays, that I watch when it comes to all my Fallout content. And he just got done doing a video, so like if you're watching this, you know, watch it, go all the way through, or, you know, go straight to his video. Don't really care. But it's really awesome because Microsoft, not Bethesda, Microsoft, and he hints at this in his video too, is in the talks about the possibility, not actual fact yet, of a remastered Fallout game or games. And in the tweet and in the not article, but in the tweet, they basically talk about like not just one, so it wouldn't just be like a Fallout 3 remastered. No, they're talking about the possibility of all Fallouts from Fallout 1 to Fallout 4 being remastered. Now, it's very interesting because not only that, but there's also the hint at a New Vegas 2. And everyone who's ever played New Vegas, I mean, New Vegas was my favorite one when it came to Fallout. Because, like, originally, I was born in California, so with the fact that it was based in the Mojave, it just kind of, like, brought nostalgia to it. And then add in the old Western vibes, the cowboy hats, the dusters, the revolvers, the rifles, like, everything about it, and the music. Everything about the game, I just really liked. Now, if Microsoft, I mean, they're a very intelligent company. I mean, they do some really stupid shit. Like, one of their top, I think he was a, God, what was he? He was one of their top, like, not testers, but, programmers or something like that. And I watched a video on it earlier today, and he legit choked his son out because, the dude told his kid to get off his Nintendo Switch. The kid didn't do it, so the dude legit choked the kid out while the kid, I guess, was playing online or some shit, and someone heard it, and bam, dear old daddy's in trouble. And it's kind of funny, isn't it? So Microsoft got some funny shit going on over there. But besides that, I honestly can't wait to even get like a confirmation. I want a confirmation. Like, oh, I would love Obsidian to kind of like drop off like a little hint of like a New Vegas 2, because they did New Vegas perfectly. Only gripe I had, and this ain't even their fault, was the fact that you could not play the game after beating the story. After you beat the story, that was it. You hear like the outcome of what happened from your choice, and then that's it. You don't get to play no more. You can go back into your save before you finish the game, but other than that, you are SOL, like how it was with Fallout 3 until they released the DLCs. Now, I was very hopeful when they were getting ready to release DLCs that they were going to do the same thing. You know, hey, it's going to end up being an open-ended game. No, didn't do that. Which was some massive bullshit. And I ain't gonna lie, I was very angry with Obsidian, just going like they did it for Fallout 3. Why didn't, you know, they do it for New Vegas? And then, you know, as I got more into the companies and everything else, I kind of found out, oh, a whole different company. Bethesda owns Fallout, like how they own Elder Scrolls, and they only licensed Obsidian to, you know, build their own story around their concept, their idea, what they own, which, I mean, is awesome. And with the time frame that they were given and everything else when it came to like New Vegas, and with how much Bethesda was literally screwing them over, And honestly, the more I found out about Bethesda is why I'm like more stoked about Obsidian working on like New Vegas 2 than anything else. Because, I mean, that'd be awesome. Now, I got started playing Fallout with Fallout 3. Accidentally, hanging out with Buddy, ended up playing it at his house. Buddy let me play it, let me borrow it, and then just ended up giving it to me because he honestly didn't like the game and all that other kind of junk. So I got lucky. Now, I heard about Fallout before when I was a lot younger. Never really got into it because I wasn't a huge gamer when I was a kid. Honestly, I didn't really get solidly into gaming until like roughly right out of high school. But after I got done playing Fallout 3, I got a little more interested, so I ended up trying to find out more about Fallout 1 and 2. Ended up having a buddy who actually had 1 and 2, and so every so often, anytime I'd go over to his house, play it on his PC, because it was literally a PC game. And I mean, it was a very interesting game, and honestly, just the aspect and concept of them bringing back 1 and 2, and just upping the graphics, making it a lot like how Fallout 3 and 4 and New Vegas was, being able to be in like first person or third person and everything else, adding that aspect to that, oh, I would so love having a remastered 1 and 2. Now, Maddie, he actually, like, his whole thought process about their remastering and working on like the possibility of a New Vegas 2. I mean, I honestly agree with a lot that he says. Basically, everything he says is basically pristine and spot on and everything else. Now, for me, the only for anyone who plays on PS4, they're definitely, or PS5 or any other kind of game console. So, Elder Scrolls and Fallout have basically been, I can't say multi-platform. So originally they were on PCs, and then eventually they went from a PC to a console, and then went from a specific console to multiple consoles. So back in the day, Fallout was primarily, I think, Fallout 3 was on 360 only for a while until it got ported over to PS3 eventually. And it was the same thing for Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind. Elder Scrolls 3 was on 2 different platforms. It was on PC and it was on Xbox. So, I mean, it's not too hard to think or imagine or even just go. It wouldn't be too surprising that they would, keep it for themselves. Now, if they do a remaster of Fallout 1 through Fallout 4, if they choose to do, an exclusivity, it's because they want to sell consoles. Now, in my opinion, I don't think they should do it like that. I think they should, do it multi-plat, give it to the PC players, the Xbox players, PlayStation 4 and 5, and, I mean, depending on the game, maybe even fucking Nintendo, shit. They have Elder Scrolls on there, why not Fallout? I mean, shoot. That'd be gnarly, being able to play Fallout 4 on a Nintendo Switch. Bring it, bitch. I would love that. And I mean, I don't believe in the console wars. I literally have a PlayStation 5 right next to my Xbox One. I have my fucking Nintendo Switch handheld whatever right next to me. Like, literally. And I mean, I have my old school Xbox, my old school PlayStation 2. I don't believe this console war bullshit. I don't mind exclusivities as long as it's not like every single game. So, my hopes is Xbox decide, or not Microsoft, they decide that, hey, we'll make more money and we'll possibly bring more people over to our side if we still actually make this a game to where everyone gets it, right? If they choose to make the new Fallout, like Fallout 5 exclusive to Xbox, that's fine, I get it, because they're doing that with the new Elder Scrolls. I totally understand. And it's primarily to help them bolster their sales of their consoles, which is another business point I can understand. Is it annoying? Yes. Because I am an Elder Scrolls fan, I'm a Fallout fan, and just thinking of the concept of having to buy a new console to play a game I like, or technically love, because Fallout I like Elder Scrolls. I love Elder Scrolls too, but I definitely like Fallout a little bit more. Elder Scrolls a little bit less, but mainly it's because, you know, with Fallout it's more realistic minus a few other kind of aspects. But a lot of the shit that you see in Fallout could be an aspect of what actually can happen, which is why I like it a little bit more realistic. Now, of course, magic and all that other kind of stuff, you know, hey, we don't know. Dragons, mythical, like it. But still, I would love for Obsidian to come back in, do a New Vegas 2, make it multi-platform. I mean, and I mean, yes, if they do it, if Xbox wants to do it a specific way, do it like how PlayStation's doing it with the new remaster of Knights of the Old Republic, right? Make it console launch exclusive, meaning like the first month or 2 months or half the year or even a year, right, of release, it's going to be on that specific console. If they do that, I won't bitch or complain or whine or any of that. No, I'll be like, bet, okay, I'll wait a year and I'll buy it. But then at the same time, they're still going to be making money off of that sale because it's still a title they own. So the concept just comes down to, yes, allow us to have access. I mean, I'm so hoping that that's what they do with the new Elder Scrolls. Hopefully sometime down the road they go, you know what, let's just make it a launch exclusive. We'll have it on our platform for X amount of time, and then we'll sell off, not sell off the rights, but you know what I mean, they'll have Sony or however game company that they're going to allow it to be on their console, buy out, boom, done, and then everyone else on the other consoles get it. If they do that, that'd be awesome. And honestly, I wouldn't be so mad at them as much as I am right now. And it's not even really Bethesda's fault. It's more of Microsoft that I'm irritated with. But still, it'd be great. Now, with the remasters, especially the remaster of New Vegas, that's going to be an interesting one. Because, I mean, Obsidian worked on it, Bethesda owns it, and now technically Microsoft owns Bethesda. So that aspect is going to be a little curious. So, like, here's two things I see happening, right? They're going to remaster 1 through 4, not have anything to do with New Vegas. They'll let Obsidian remaster New Vegas. They'll give them the parameters of what they expect and all this other kind of stuff, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, Microsoft will have their team focus on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I bet it'll go 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4 together, and then, you know, maybe somewhere in between, like 1 and 2 being released, they'll release like the New Vegas remaster, and then do the 3 and 4 remaster. Now, this is the other thing I hope they do, right? Is hopefully if they do remaster New Vegas, they do one thing, and they change the closed out ending and make it an open ending, just like how they did with Fallout 3. I mean, hopefully the remasters come with the DLCs. I mean, we saw how Mass Effect did. Mass Effect did great with 1, 2, and 3. Holy shit, I powered through those games. I got my woman into those games. Those games were great. So I'm really hoping that's what they do with, you know, the remasters of Fallout. Because if they remaster Fallout and they actually allow every person in the console sphere, whether PC and all the other ones out there, have access to it, you're bringing new fans into this. You're bringing new fans into it. So if you end up doing like an exclusive game that's based around Fallout or based around Elder Scrolls or just whatever, you're gonna get people, you know, into it. And that's what you should want, is to build a fan base so that you have a constant source of income. Because as a business, that should be your actual aspect, your want, your goal is for constant income. And from a business standpoint, one of the best ways to do that is put out a little bulletin board asking what your fans want, look at it, and then, you know, pick and choose from what the fans are asking for. And I mean fans, not some random people out in the, you know, Twitter sphere and all that other kind of bullshit. No, I literally mean your actual fans. And listen to see what their opinions on how they would like to see happen, or what they would like to have in it, or whatever else. What's up? But I mean, the fact that they're having the talks about it, which means, I mean, it could be years from now that we'd see like a new remaster of one of the Fallouts or all the Fallouts. It's years from now. And in my opinion, it'd be a really great like business standpoint for Obsidian to, you know, work on the next Fallout 2 project, or I should say New Vegas 2 project, because one, their first game, their actual standalone game, was great, and supposedly they're talking about doing a 2. Like, Outer Worlds 1 was great. Outer Worlds 2, like, if they're doing a 2, awesome. And I mean, could you imagine, business standpoint, Obsidian works on Fallout New Vegas 2 and helps work on the Fallout New Vegas remaster, ends up skyrocketing, bolsters more of Obsidian, because Obsidian's also working on another game, Avowed, I believe, and I mean, there's a lot of talk of that. That's going to be like the Elder Scrolls contender. Can't wait until I find out to see, because it's going to be interesting. But hopefully, if they do the remaster, they fix that ending. Now, the other way I see it happening is it's all Microsoft, and they make everything exclusive to Xbox, and that's to mainly sell consoles, which then is going to piss off the fan base big time. I mean, only half of the fan base, not the entire fan base, minus like maybe a few others who are like, but why take it from a whole group of fans and like anger them when you can just make it for everybody? I mean, why cut out half of a fan base because they're on a different console? That then shows that you are no longer, like, you know, making this for the fans. You're just making it for the money. And that's where also, as fans, we need to wake up to what the companies that we're giving our money to and what they're doing with what we like. Because yes, it's their creation, they can do what they want with it, but it's our money, and we can spend our money on what we want. Now, and I mean, I stand to that point. If someone wants to buy something that's just like stupid and, you know, all one-sided, then yeah, go for it. It's whatever. But at the same time, I'd rather it be something that goes to everybody and everyone that has access to it. And in all honesty, it does better for the company that has that and gives it to everybody, because that's just buku bucks going into their bank account. So I mean, shit. Now, that's a lot of deals and a lot of talking and a lot of meetings and all this other kind of stuff. Probably a lot of headaches. Guaranteed probably a lot of headaches. But at the same time, the fan base is what keeps you going. So, I mean, I highly doubt that Xbox, Microsoft, fucking Bethesda and all that would ever see a video like mine, because I'm not a huge YouTuber or none of that shit. But pay attention to what Netflix is doing, Disney Plus is doing, DC is doing, and all these other companies that are going woke. And they're not giving a shit about what their actual fan base wants or what their fan base is saying or anything like that. They're just shilling out all this stupid shit. They're losing and they're bleeding out money. And they're losing fan bases. That's not a very good way of going about something if you want to make money and keep your fan base going. So definitely don't go that way, and actually go about the, hey, you know what? Let's try to make all our fans happy and go from there. But yeah, I cannot wait to see how much farther this goes, because we haven't gotten like Fallout news in a long time. Like, long time. There was a lot of like wishes, wants, and like kind of speculation about like the possibility of what could happen with like a remaster or anything else, especially after the whole remaster for like Mass Effect and how well it did. But that's basically the concept and everything else that I got. I mean, Maddie, he actually shows you the tweets and everything else, so definitely go over and watch his video and like read those tweets, because it's really awesome, and it kind of gives you an aspect of, this is like, they want to do this because they know they're going to make money. So it just comes down to like how they're going to go about it, and then speculate on what I would like to see. I mean, shit, I would like them to remaster all of them, give all available consoles at least, you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind Nintendo having something like that. That'd be gnarly as fuck. But still, remastering them all, allowing everyone to have access to it, rebuild up that fan base, especially for like the new Fallout and Elder Scrolls project. It'd be a great idea. But definitely go over to Matty, go watch his video. Hopefully this gets you all stoked for like the possibility of a new Fallout. The fact that they're remastering Fallout 4 is kind of funny, but I mean, it is an older game. And hopefully if they do remaster it, it gets rid of some of the bugs and everything else. But either way, I still play the shit out of this one. I love this one. Like, I played it, like, I'll play this a little bit for, like, not a little bit, it's like 4 hours. and I go off and play like Destiny or some shit. But that's it for the video. Go and check out Maddie's video and everything else. Get just as hyped as I am, because yes, the possibility of a new Vegas 2, possibility of a remaster of all the Fallouts. Let's do this shit. And honestly, they better just remaster all the Elder Scrolls. That'd be awesome too. Bethesda, come on, let's do this shit and bring it to everybody. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Catch me for the next one. Later, y'all.